So I put up Tumblr a couple of days ago, ask an audio engineer. And even though it's not exactly a audio engineering question, it was kind of an interesting enough question that it was worth making a little video about. The question was, how long has DRM been around? And I think that question should be expanded a little bit into how long rights management has been around, because DRM stands for Digital Rights Management. Because just by its name, DRM could have only been around as long as digital media has been around. That is to say, media that is encoded in ones and zeros. And in reality, people and content creators have been wanting to control the way media is distributed and performed and displayed and published for as long as media itself has been around. Going all the way back to how books were distributed back when the first printing press, the Gutenberg printing press, was around, making it easier to distribute books and create books rather than, hand copying them. And I think I found this really interesting article, or rather an excerpt in my History of Broadcasting textbook. I kind of want to share with you. It's an excerpt from the book The Outlook for Television. This was published back in 1932 by Orrin E. Dunlap, who was the radio editor for the New York Times at the time. I'm outside, and I'm recording this on my cell phone. But, so let's skip over to the section where I want to share this with you, because it's kind of important. There we go. Where are you? Here we are. So this particular section is regarding the construction of Radio City, which is this big building filled with studios and stuff. And originally, when they were coming up with how television would work, they thought that it would be distributed in these made in these big theaters and then put over the airwaves, like television used to be before cable. So it's talking about this here. Some are wondering how this investment in Radio City will pay. How can a theater survive if the audience is not called upon to buy tickets? One theater in this capital of radio will seat 7,000, and the Talking Picture Auditorium will seat 5,000. Tickets will be sold for these seats, but outside, on the other side of the televisor, is a countless audience numbering many millions. Will they get the same entertainment gratis, that is to say, for free? Of course, they must buy a television receiver, but will the television waves be scrambled so that no one can see them unless they buy a certain receiver designed to unscramble the waves which carry the entertainment? Sounding familiar? Not for a long time to come. It is difficult enough to scramble the voice and have it reorganized without attempting to scramble smiles, tears, and dramatic action. So what this is that Mr. Orrin is basically foretelling the creation of satellite descrambler boxes and cable boxes which descramble the digital cable television signals. So in this way, and remember, this was put out in 1932. So that's very important to remember because, again, it's very old, and this idea of rights management and who can watch video or media is very important to them because they want to make money off of it. So how long has rights management been around? Well, for as long as media has been, probably. So, there you go. Question answered. If you have any more questions that you'd like to ask an audio engineer or just someone who's in the media industry, feel free to ask, and see you later.